Imagine your portfolio melting faster than ice cream in a sauna, losing over 22% of its value in just 1 month. For most people, this is the moment where they start hyperventilating and want to call 911. But you know what? Let's be generous today. Let's actually be happy for all the Bitcoin critics and doomsayers out there. Those poor devils haven't had it easy. They've been consistently wrong for the last 10 years, got laughed at, and their crystal ball was basically always broken. But now, right now, they finally get to feel like the greatest financial geniuses of all time for 3 or 4 days and pretend they knew it all along. Let's grant them this brief triumph before the market runs them over again. So, while they're popping champagne corks and declaring the death of Bitcoin for the 400th time, the experienced Bitcoiner sits there relaxed, shrugs, and says, "Honey, I think it's discount week again." Today we're talking plain English about why a 35% crash is actually just a slightly wilder Tuesday for us, and why the freshly ironed suits on Wall Street are currently getting massive sweat stains under their armpits while we sit back and relax. But before you throw your laptop out the window or start trading your pet hamster for canned ravioli, let's keep things in perspective. Yes, Bitcoin has bled. Over 22% is gone. Other coins got hit way harder. They look like a car crash on the highway that you don't want to look at, but have to. The question hammering in your head right now is, naturally, are we falling into a bottomless pit? When you stare at red candles all day, you quickly get the impression that the world is ending. But this is where the wheat separates from the chaff, or rather the tourists from the locals. To understand this circus, we have to look at the history books. Hold on tight, because this number is a stunner. In the last 10 years, Bitcoin has crashed by 30% or more 21 times. 21 times. That's not an exception, that is the standard operating procedure. Anyone surprised by this is also surprised that it gets cold in winter. 7 of those times it went down by 50%. That's like your boss cutting half your salary every second year and you still showing up to work grinning. For the old hands, this is like a callus. We don't even feel the pain anymore. But the ones hyperventilating right now? That's the boys from Wall Street. They are used to their manicured golf courses where everything is calm and regulated, and if the ball lands in the water, the central bank comes and fishes it out. But Bitcoin isn't a golf course. Bitcoin is a jungle survival camp without a safety net. The bankers don't know this volatility. When something drops by double digits in their world, they immediately cry for their mommy or the state. So, what we are seeing here is a classic handover. The shaky hands are throwing their coins away, and the strong hands are saying thank you. Especially now, as the year-end approaches, many fund managers are getting cold feet. They don't want to jeopardize their annual bonus, so they're throwing everything that wobbles out the window to make the balance sheet look clean when the boss looks. That's pure self-preservation, but it pushes the price down. But let's get real for a second. Is this the beginning of the end? Are we all going into financial hibernation? I'm going to go out on a limb and say nope. This 35% pullback is exactly the cold shower we needed. There's an exciting theory that Bitcoin is slowly growing up and becoming more boring. The volatility has halved. The beast is being tamed. Conversely, this means the crashes of the past that cost us 80% might only amount to 40% today. And if you do the math, we're almost there. That would mean we are closer to the bottom than you think. No wild exaggerations to the upside where every taxi driver is suddenly a crypto expert, but also no total annihilation anymore. And let's look at the sentiment. The Fear and Greed Index, our fear barometer, is at 8. 8 out of 100. That is absolute panic mode. People are selling their grandmas just to get out of the market. But that's exactly what's good. When everyone is in a panic, there's no one left to sell. And then there's our favorite enemy, leverage. The casino. A few weeks ago, everyone thought it would only go up and gambled on credit like lunatics. This crash on October 10th swept the casino completely clean. The greedy gamblers got kicked out and are now sitting crying in front of blank screens. The system is cleansed. So what do the pros do while everyone else is running around headless like chickens? They buy the dip. Plain and simple. Your goal should be to have more Bitcoin at the end of the year than at the beginning. Volatility isn't a bug, it's the price of admission for the party. Without the risk to the downside, there is no rocket to the upside. Bitcoin has risen massively over 10 years. Show me a savings account that can do that. Even if it slows down in the future, we're still leaving the stock market in the dust. And now to the question everyone is asking, what about my altcoins? What about that amazing coin your barber told you about? I'm sorry, but the truth hurts. The altcoins are bleeding out for real. While Bitcoin just shakes itself off briefly, the other projects are getting mercilessly beaten down. Wall Street and big money don't care about dog pictures or the next big thing that wants to save the world. They are buying Bitcoin, the digital gold. Everything else is a toy. So, take a deep breath. Turn off your phone. Go for a walk and let the critics enjoy their 3 days of fame. Next week, they'll be crying again, and we'll be laughing. You are building your lifeboat here, and a few waves are part of the deal. But a lifeboat is useless if you lose the key. If you buy the dip, make sure to secure it too. Fittingly for Black Friday, there is up to 21% off the BitBox hardware wallet, so your treasures stay safe. The link is down below. Use the chance, and I'll see you next time when we are hopefully celebrating green candles again. And if you want to know how to store your Bitcoin securely, watch the next video right now.